Hello, and welcome back to episode 24 of Rule the Waves 2 German Brawlers, where alternate history has occurred. Shortly after finishing recording the previous episode, I hit the save button, the game crashed. I had not saved since the end of the episode before last. So, I basically zeroed out the intel. Tried to get the Elsasses completed, which they did this time. They literally just finished working up, and we still ended up at war with Russia. We got a security arrangement with Britain instead of the US, and this is literally the first month of war. They declared war at the end of last turn, and no battles took place, which is about what happened last time. The difference is we're not. I think I have to check the footage. I haven't rendered it yet. I was so disappointed when the game crashed. I just want to get back to this point. I'm recording from that point. So I don't know how different the time is. It doesn't feel like it's that much different from where we left off since the Elsass class has launched and worked up. We did get an opportunity for a 10% discount on the Braunschweig, a 5th in the Elsass class. And the Goibens are not significantly different, but they are a little bit different. We did not get high quality 15 and 16-inch guns. We also did not get above deck torpedo launchers. So this is what the Goiben looks like in this alternate universe, where we kept 12, 14-inch guns on them. Not gonna lie, heavily influenced by how amazing the Elsass class handled the Russian fleet with that. I can't tell you how pleased I was with that battle. It was amazing. It was delightful. It was everything I expect from a German brawler playthrough. And hopefully I explained enough as to why I was doing certain things that seemed maybe kind of crazy from normal tactics. It's all about getting close and just laying in as many rounds into the enemy ships as possible, which is why 14-inch guns are perfectly acceptable when everyone else is running around with 16s. But you see, it's not too different. I've already taken the liberty of setting everything to the appropriate role, and this will be the first turn where that occurs. And our carriers are alive. And I did go through and change all the air groups again. I wasn't too excited about that, but I got it all done. It's relatively the same. We have slightly different aircraft types, so it's not too terribly different. A lot of the research was very similar. So, without further ado, let's see what this turn has. Oh, of course, has in store for the Russians. Don't really care about those. Of course. Okay, we got one back. Losing our 2 corvettes. Got 1 submarine with a float plane. Or flying boat. Our raiders continue to get mined. Oh, nice. I mean, that's not optimal. Coastal raid. Happily accepted. Interesting. We have a third option. I'm gonna say ships in general. I don't really care that much. We have... Okay. We have our carrier fleet. Then we have our battleships. It is Crack of Dawn. Put my destroyers in support as the usual. And we'll move time forward. We need to sink 2 ships. objective is up this way. We'll head that way. All our float planes and fighter caps heading out. You have visibility on something over Tongo and other reports. Oh, we're getting reports north of here. Oh, it's so nice to have scouts. Lucia has problems. Temperamental engines. Looks like there are some Russian carriers over here. Head up in a northeasterly direction. Our visibility. Pretty bad. It's overcast. 23,000 yards. And we have our first customer. Alright, closing in. Appears to be a destroyer. Is going kind of slow, so I personally think it's a corvette. Hate how close the carriers escort. 14-inch hit. Not too much else. Yep, it was a patrol boat. Not surprised. Pick up the survivors and head over this way. At 20 knots. No reason to cruise at 16 anymore. Speed going quickly. Yep, they're focusing on our air bases, much as they did in the last episode. Right, closing in. Our carrier is getting ahead of things. Whatever this is, going kind of slow. I agree, probably transport. Yep, got confirmation of that. Close and take care of it. More attacks on our airfields. Did we seriously miss the transport? Don't launch torpedo. You don't need to waste your valuable torpedoes on a transport. Head in towards what appears to be the bulk of the enemy fleet. Having secured the 2 kills we need to at least achieve the objective for this mission. And yes, we'll pick up survivors. Nothing occurring. We'll get time accelerated. Oh, we don't need to go that fast. Slow down a little bit. Yep, that appears to be a transport running for it. Come down in speed. There she is again. There's one coming out. Yeah, you picked the wrong time to leave port there, pal. We'll go ahead and turn away from the minefields. And being January, daytime is a very short period. Come down to 20 knots. Get time accelerated. Start searching for enemy battle fleet, which supposedly is a battle cruiser, light cruiser, and a destroyer. And a couple carriers. Excellent. Found something. Come up in speed. Seems maneuverable, whatever it is. We'll give chase. And it is maneuverable. Alright, got a hit on it. There's another. Should be high explosive rounds, not good for a destroyer. Still managing to pull away and escape into the mists. There she is. Having slowed. Or that's a different ship. Survey says it was the destroyer, and there's nothing left of the Hulk now. Drop to 20 knots, accelerate time, and continue looking. Don't want to be too close to that mine ring. Not too many minefields that'll be out here, but they will extend out, and it's safer a bit of distance outside of that. Swing around and generally doodah all around here. Not as exciting as the first real battle we had with Russia last time. How it goes sometimes. I'm looking forward to one of those decisive engagements again. More fun for me, and I'm fairly certain it's more fun for you all. Come up full speed. Come around now that we know she's headed in a southeast direction. Supposedly a transport. And given her speed, I would say so. Oh, yep, she's already down. Alright. Accelerate time and continue on. So there were 2 battle cruisers around. 2 light carriers, too. There's what occurred. Not too exciting. It's still a good amount of victory points for having achieved the objective. And we'll move forward. We are blockaded. Despite Great Britain's help, which they actually don't have all rating or on trade protection or something. Static about the new aircraft type medium bomber. Yeah, we already made one of those. There's our purpose-built carrier, which we got a little bit later this time. Got one of the enemy submarines. Actually sank a lot of them. Convoy attack in the east. Convoy defense in the west. Attack enemy ships, thank you. Help from our allies again. Should be February now. Want support. They're supporting the light cruiser. The light cruiser is forward to the destroyer division. I would rather you scout. Nope. Okay. Your core to. Oh, because these are. Okay then. It should be a relatively small engagement then. Talk our view and wait for the enemies to show up. Go 20 knots. Seeing anything yet. Still nothing. Not finding anything. So I think we've missed each other. Convoy's gonna get home safe and sound. Or run into the countryside. Squeezed into an ultra dense, highly vulnerable formation. And then resume course. I may even. Well, no, that's Scotland. I don't think we're going to see the Russians. Convoy again. Or zigzag. They went home. Wow. Okay then. Excitement abounds. A speech announcing total war. This war will be long and fought to the end. A new event. I'm not used to seeing this one. Okay. Good combat radius on those ships. Fleet battle. Fleet size. We could see a significant portion and be outnumbered similarly to how we just were. Apparently I was off by 1 and this is the month of February. Nope, it is March. Okay, so I was on the right track. Have our screen. Have a boatload of British destroyers following the Anson. We have ours. It's about to be daytime. I'm going to put them into support role again. And let's see. Absolutely. Launch them all. I want to find them immediately. There they are. Squad max. We will drop it. Actually, we won't. Any turns we do should allow our following ships to close in. Marat class, which I think we have seen before. Not in the previous episode, though. Dangerous ship. Kinburn, which I believe is outdated. Anson getting the first hit in. Oh, they did as well. Exchange more fire. 2 Kinburns. 3 Kinburns. Anson just doing a fantastic job right off the bat. 2 more 16-inch shells into the Marat. Mecklenburg is on fire. Taking some hits. The Alsace falls out of position. Well, has a jammed rudder. Won't be able to maneuver. Getting some hits now on the Kinburn class. I have a choice. Because now we have these ones heading in a westerly direction? Yes. These ones in a southeast. Those have the Kirovs and the Archipelago. Another Marat and some archipelags. One more hits on the Kinburn. It'll come slightly broadside. Got all 4 turrets engaged. I'm happy with that. Taking a lot of hits this time. There we are returning fire. 1 into the Kinburn. 1 into the Kinberg, receiving a medium gun. None of the battleships paying attention to that maneuver, apparently. 1 into the Marat, 1 into the Kinberg. Mecklenburg bounces a heavy round. Ringen bounces a heavy round. Cut in slightly. All turrets still engaged. 2 more into the Kinberg. 1 into the Alsace. Brandenburg is now forming up. 1 more into the Kinburn. 2 more heavy rounds into the Kinburn. 3 more rounds into the Kinburn. And a pass-through hit on the Alsace. More hits into the Kinburn. Trailing Kinburn now appears to be lagging some. Get some more hits into her. There we go. That's 4 heavy rounds. He's on fire. The Ringen takes a belt extended hit. Kinburn taking a 16-inch shell now. Mecklenburg hit by a torpedo. Okay, I swung too far. Kinburn continually take additional damage. And quite a few hits into her. An eye on where everyone is. Elsass took it. From what? It does not look bad. Alright. No heavy hits that round. Kinburn takes a round from the Anson. Heavy hit on the Elsass. Heavy hit on the Zeringen. Kinburn takes another hit. Let's go port. So now worried about torpedoes from this side. I'm doing a large S-turn as we close in on this Kinburn for a close pass. Heavy hit. 2 heavy hits on the Kirov actually. Bouncing a heavy round from the Murat. Taking a superstructure hit though. Their speed down to 23. Squad max 21. Actually, let's slow down to 21. Oh, I'm gonna run into her. Oh, close enough for government work. Kinburn taking heavy rounds now. Oh yeah. We're raking her as we pass. I don't like that Kirov turned, so I'm gonna take a maneuver. And we're gonna try to max out speed. Leave the Kinburn behind us. What do we have for daylight? Got 10 hours left, so we're far enough south. We've got a ways. Alright, let's see if we can close with this Kirov. At least firing some rounds towards the other ships. Kinburn continuingly to just... She's hammered, she's done. There we go, a heavy hit into the Kirov. Starting to actually fire at her. Another round into the Kirov. 16-inch shell into the Kirov. Kinburn getting raked by destroyers. Mecklenburg takes a secondary hit. Still doing fine. Kinburn continuing to get hammered. Kind of ignoring it now. Zeringen engine room bounce. Murat takes a heavy hit. Kinburn class hit by torpedo. Probably one of them, a single mount from one of the destroyers. Possibly the British ones? They look to be passing just now. Would really like them to focus up here. Alsace takes a round to the engine room. Mecklenburg takes bridge damage. And there are the dreadnoughts. I think we got every heavy Russian ship out here. Kinburn, Zeringen takes a bounce. Kirov takes a heavy round. What do we got for dreadnoughts? Vestipole. Razdanin. Ooh, that one's old. What's the Kirov doing? Medium damage, supposedly. Alsace took a belt hit. Kirov's taking a couple more hits. Ringen taking a couple hits. Yeah, there's a lot of heavy gunfire out here. I'm going to turn around at this point. I think we're going to get chewed up if we try to close with them too much. We'll drop speed to 21 knots. Yeah, we're taking a lot of hits now. Yeah, they're not liking that we're turning like this. They're worried about our torpedoes. Mecklenburg is taking quite a bit of fire. Superstructure not doing well. 3 rounds into this Vestipole. Mecklenburg taking a heavy hit. Vestipole taking a heavy hit. Okay, that's a lot of different ships all taking different hits. Looks like a round that went poorly for us though, as did that one. Did I hear torpedoes? Brandenburg launched torpedoes. Gordy, Seringen. Brandenburg took a heavy penetrating hit. Not performing as well this time. Well, I guess they are actually. We're taking a lot of penetrating hits, but it's not actually doing that much damage. I think we're still performing fairly well. Admiral Ushakov taking a couple of hits. Variety of our ships taking hits as well as penetrating ones. Fire control damaged on the Zeringen. Admiral Ushakov. Admiral Ushakov again. And Grozdanin. I heard more torpedoes. The Zeringen launching this time. Mecklenburg taking a hit. The Revolutskaya taking a hit as well as the Sevastopol. We're getting a steady amount of hits into them now. Gordy's starting to concern me though. I'm going to turn towards her. Ships have gotten pretty chewed up. Mecklenburg's actually in bad shape. Good amount of hits into the Admiral Ushakov. Sas has some heavy flotation damage now. We'll set the black flag, see if we can scare him away with our destroyers. As we head away. Our entire division scatters now. Alsace passed through hit. We might actually lose ships here. No, quite a bit concerned. I think I got overconfident because of how the previous battle went, but a lot of that was because it was mostly a night attack. And we are heavily outnumbered here. Admiral Ushakov takes a hit. Mecklenburg takes another hit, which she can ill afford. Yeah, I think she might be done for. Vestipole takes a hit. Gordy's getting slaughtered now. Mecklenburg takes a hit. Mecklenburg takes some more. The Anson actually takes a waterline hit. The Mecklenburg baited to sink. We'll drop 14 knots so we don't hang the Elsass out to dry. Good amount of hits into the Grozdanen. I remember, what is the Anson look like? Is she even? Lost track of the Anson. I know she's out here somewhere. Okay. Do this the easier way. Great Britain Battle Division. Up there. Oh, the Anson's going down. She is right in the middle of that. Where do we have to go? Let's see if we can turn towards port. Gory's getting hit a lot. Mecklenburg's taking some heavy rounds. Grozdanen taking a few hits. Yeah, we're taking a steady hail gunfire. Anson gets the Grozdanen again. Mecklenburg taking 2 more secondary hits. Yeah, I don't think there's any recovery from that. Six-inch. No, we can ill afford having our destroyers get distracted. Grozdanen taking 3 heavy hits. 1 heavy hit on the Mecklenburg. Grozdanen taking 2 more heavy hits. Anson taking fire now. Oh, enemy aircraft approaching our ships. The Anson up north. Grozdanen takes another one. And another one. I think the Grozdanen can take that for too much longer. It says it's only light damage. Those are 16-inch guns. I'm pretty skeptical about that one. The Mecklenburg, definitely sinking. Three torpedo aircraft. On the main fleet, actually. 3 on Mecklenburg. Two more torpedo bombers attacking the Mecklenburg. And the Mecklenburg takes a torpedo. And they're wasting their ordnance, which is good for us. Looks like the Russians have turned back towards us. Some of our destroyers taking hits. No. I don't want to pick up survivors from any of those guys. Elsass hit by a torpedo. Not bad. Vestpol takes a heavy hit. Russian fleet turning away. Sevastopol takes 2 more 16-inch rounds. 2 more into the Sevastopol. Our destroyers doing a good job of turning them away. I don't think it will be a clean disengagement, but we're at least disengaging. Brought 1 more knot, probably due to the Elsass. Yeah. Anson doing good work against the Russian fleet. These are destroyers are getting in amongst them. More torpedoes away. More misses. Oh, I don't think the Revolut Saya is gonna... Oh, she avoided. Nope, she did get hit. 2 torpedoes. I think those are too long a range. And I think our destroyers have probably expended their ordnance. Revolut Saya taking another 16-inch. Let's see, what's your status? You have torpedoes left. Most of the German ones have been expended, though. I would like to scare away this division. Some more torpedoes. I think they've sighted them now. They're starting to maneuver. Ringen takes a heavy penetrating hit. Nope. We'll secure from Black Flag. See how things pan out. Air combat. Kirov is now coming under fire from all of ours. Zeringen bounces. Mecklenburg takes. Mecklenburg done. Not too worried about her anymore. Marat takes a 14-inch shell. Kirov takes 16. Lost one of our destroyers. Not going to go find it or rescue survivors. You're off turning broadside. The Ringen taking 2 heavy hits. You're off taking 1. Ringen's actually doing fairly poorly at this point. The Brandenburg is doing fairly well. Alsace is looking poor at this point. Brandenburg loses power. Mecklenburg taking some more hits. Mecklenburg is down at last. Ringen taking a deck hit. Jeez, look at all the reports. Anson's at last closing in. Our carriers need to turn around and book it. Something I can do, which I've been forgetting because we actually have torpedo bombers now. Ready a strike. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, where'd my strike go? Okay then. Continue on. Marat takes a heavy hit. Alsace takes a heavy hit. See if we can get the... Oh, no, they're turning away. Not before getting a series of decent hits on us. The Kirov is now pursuing. Down to 9 knots due to the Zeringen. I don't think she's going to make it. We're going to stay at maximum speed. The Zeringen falls behind. It falls behind. Elsa skips around off the turret top. Zeringen takes a heavy hit. Near miss. The Zeringen is declared sinking. Kirov's still decently engaging. Takes a 16-inch shell. Drop our carriers down to 20 knots. Brandenburg takes the lead. Elsass bounces around. Gets around into the Kirov. We lose a second destroyer. Kirov takes a round. Brandenburg takes a round. Brandenburg can afford it though. Elsass gets rudder damage and is jammed starboard port. This is very bad because the Elsass can ill afford additional damage. Brandenburg looks like she'll be fine. There we go. Ready. We will set the target as Kirov. Oh, I'm not even going to do that. Location over here. Time at target 9:46. Right. Unless they mean an hour from now. Launch strike. Elsass takes another hit? Or I haven't advanced. I haven't advanced, that's what it was. We lose another destroyer. Brandenburg bounces. Takes some splinters. The Ringen I'm not concerned about anymore. Yeah, taking quite a bit. So she's successfully distracting the enemy. Marat takes one. One into the Marat. The Ringen bounces one. Elsass bounces one. I mean, it disables the turret, but that's fine. Not doing tremendous damage. Marat takes 14-inch. Parasite Fighter Escort. It's awesome that they added that into the game. We'll continue on our way. Elsass takes a pass-through hit. Brandenburg takes a fore-aft hull hit. Critical hit to the conning tower. As the Ringen taking more hits. Brandenburg still looks okay. The Elsass is in danger of sinking if we can't get her to port. The Anson, having done some good work herself, actually sitting alright. How many rounds has she taken? 8 heavy hits. Meanwhile, the Brandenburg, 31 heavy hits. Elsass, 43 heavy hits. Thuringen, 70 heavy hits. Anson takes a heavy hit. Oh, there's our torpedo bombers. Alright, how far are we? Got quite a ways to go. Brandenburg bounces around. Elsass takes a hit. Anson takes a hit. Elsa skips one. Kirov takes a hit. Elsa bounces the engine room. Rot takes a hit up there. See, can we get you to rejoin with the British division? Oh wow, Brandenburg has some speed back. Now the question becomes to keep the formation, slow down and let the Alsace catch up, or to continue on without her. Alright, our torpedo bombers are taking their chance. The Ringen is finally declared sunk. Brandenburg takes a penetrating hit. What do we got on deck? 2 fighters. Okay, they did their thing, no aircraft hit. And we got one into the Kirov. To slow them down some. Alsace ruptures a bulkhead, that's very bad. Yeah. Gonna be lucky to survive. And lose all but one of our brand new shiny dreadnoughts in an inglorious, shameful battle, as opposed to the glorious one we had in the other timeline, as it were. This episode might be a little bit long, but I'll carry through because I don't think it's going to last too much longer. With these guys closing in, does not look good for the Alsace. Oops. Kirov takes a hit. What? Did our carriers turn around? Oh, right, because they have to turn with the wind. We will ready. Our loadout is torpedoes. Good. Number is only 1. Stand down. Yeah. They're definitely unready. Or Kirov takes a hit. Murat does too, but it's a 4-inch gun. That's not going to do much. Anson, just turn in. Why would you do that? Black flag. See if the British destroyers will respond and disrupt our pursuers. Alsace is being abandoned now. Anson bounces around. Still just 1. Anson takes a pass-through hit and decides to rejoin the squadron. So we left with 5 battleships. We are coming home with 2. Air combat going on. Not too concerned with this at this point. We're going max speed. Let them recover. No. Alright. Head into port. You guys need to survive too. So we're going to lose some British destroyers, but they'll get their torpedoes off. Anson slowing. Actually taking quite a bit of flooding damage. More rot taking around. Make sure we're headed to the right place. Conning tower hit, but not penetrated. Nice. I think we can bring the British destroyers back. Alright, let's see how this pans out then. Everyone's pulling in now. Destroyer's getting chewed up a little bit. This is not surprising, they have to pass in close to return to the formation. And the Hansa and the Blucher are in good hands now. Hansen trading some fire still. Brandenburg gets back home successfully. Half the destroyers are back. Alsace has confirmed sunk now. Enemy aircraft approaching the Anson. One bomb hit, turret top, no damage. Bomb hit on one of the destroyers. And that should be the rest of our destroyers. Now it's just the British ships. Yeah, Anson can't be doing well at this point. Oh, she's not too bad. That's right, I'm happy to return her to port. And we'll just accelerate time and see how the aircraft take care of anything else that shows up. Oh, do we still have this guy just still sinking? Or are they still moving? Well, they're mobile, but they're slow. They'll probably get chewed up as they pass by on their way back home. Yeah, there's gonna be no escaping that because she'll get squeezed in between these two formations. Yep, speed 0. Bridge officers cut down. Oof. Like she got some torpedoes off, but they turned around. And there it is sinking. Well, that was a much different result. Instead of us sticking it to the Russians, they stuck it to us. We'll see if we get any of them in the post-action from progressive flooding. Speed up. Hey, my new flagship, a ship that is in the process of evacuating. Alright, and night falls, and that'll be the end of the air action. And that's it for the battle. Oh, we got one of the battle cruisers with a submarine. Got two of their dreadnoughts. We did pretty heavy damage. But it was still their victory. Not as bad as it at first seemed, though. But we can ill afford to trade ships. Because they have 3 times as many of them as, well, a lot more now. Their fleet's twice as big. We're only doing 25% more damage-ish. And that's just the sheer quantity of guns they have, having fielded their entire battle line. Their marginal victory? Yep, saw that one coming. Lost important ships of the fleet. But with that, we are out of time. We're over time. With that, thank you for staying to the end. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you next time. Take care.